welcome back to my channel, Knits by Mandy. My name is Amanda, and today I have something completely different and non-knitting related for my channel. So this is an apartment tour video. I would never intended on posting this kind of content on my channel. I did see a fellow knitting podcaster, Lisa's Knit Club, post an apartment tour, and I felt a little inspired because I am moving out of this apartment and moving in with my boyfriend. So this is the apartment that I lived alone in for a little bit over a year, and I'm feeling all types of feelings about this chapter closing while also being very excited to live with my boyfriend. So this is for me. I want to record literally what my apartment looked like and just do a little apartment tour showing my studio apartment here in Washington, DC. So quick info in case you're wondering, I used to pay $15.50 for this apartment. My rent went up this year to $16.10, which is a little more than I like to pay. I'm gonna be paying less in the apartment I share with my boyfriend. My building has a roof, a gym, like a study room, which is cool. And yeah, I really enjoyed living alone. As an introvert, it's been so special for me to have this time in my 20s. It definitely has its lonely times as I work from home as well. You can see my desk in the background. So I've just spent, in between that and also having COVID and long COVID this year, I've spent so much freaking time in this apartment. I've really gotten my rent's money's worth out of it. So yeah, I want to help give myself a little closure and show you all my home. So more knitting content will be coming. This isn't a shift in content, but this is just something I wanted to do for me. Hello, Editing Amanda here. Quick note. I look back at the footage and I can see my tripod and sometimes my fingers like in the bottom right hand corner right here. I don't have time to refilm because I'm moving and this video is really just for me, so I tried my best to get rid of it and crop the videos. Luckily, I think it was only when I had my phone camera on wide angle, hence it getting like my fingers. So I know it's there, tried my best to get rid of it. I hope it doesn't bother you too much. Okay, I'm in the foyer of my apartment, but before I start, I want to say that it's not perfectly clean. I tried to clean as best as I could, but I'm a little realistic as well too. So just letting you know. So here we go. So here is the view of my apartment when you walk in. It is about 500 square feet, and I've tried to make sure that everything kind of has its own space. So I have a space for working, a space for living, and of course a space for sleeping. Back here is the foyer. I have two closets. This closet is a mess. It's just a coat closet, but this leads into, I don't know what that is, my walk-in closet, which my storage I never really figured out. My walk-in closet with, you know, some hanging storage here, the ever important Vera Bradley duffels, if you know, you know. And then down here I have like all my shoes, socks, scarves shoved. I still like I've had these plastic bins since like college. They have like all my overflow toiletries and stuff. And I bought this cart when I got this apartment because there's really no storage here. So I want to figure something out better for my makeup than just having everything in separate little freaking Clinique bags that I got as a free gift from my mom. But right now, this actually, believe it or not, works the best. But I have more counter space in my new space, so hopefully we'll move on from that. Here's the bathroom. I'm not gonna talk too much about this. Pretty simple. Everything in here is from Target. I painted these little paintings a while back. I used to have my astrological chart up here, but it fell. That's what is down here. I'm a Pisces sun, Sag rising. No, Pisces sun, Scorpio rising, Sag moon. Let me know if you think that makes sense. Here's where I actually keep all of my sweaters. I have them all set up because right after this, I'm gonna film my Everything I Knit This Year video. just realizing I forgot to clean this mirror, but this is a floor length mirror that's really wonky. I have this, you know, to check the fits. And then this is my office. I have a standing desk, which I was able to get with like a, you know, a credit from my work, which was really nice when I first started. And this is just my setup. It's pretty simple. I have a little seasonal depression light here. I haven't used it that much, especially now that I have headaches. My headaches have gotten better, but with headaches, that was not it. That was not the vibe. And then I just have this little acrylic riser. I can shove things under here, the paper planner I don't use. This is my favorite mug of all time. It's from a winery that is by Antietam Battlefield in a vineyard or winery by Antietam Battlefield in Maryland. Up here, I have a record shelf. I actually have, you can see me here. I actually have a record player, but I don't use it because I've read that the one I have isn't good for your records. I have I have my grandfather's turntable that I would love to incorporate into my apartment sometime, but it also includes like a much more rigorous setup. So anyway, I have records, don't have the record player out, but I just love the look of this ABBA record and I love the colors, so I keep this here. And then I have these little like photo shelves where I can keep little knickknacks that I can look at all day when I work. So I have some pictures of me and my boyfriend. This is of my family cat, Parker, who is no longer with us. So this is his little shrine. And then just some pictures of my family and friends. And this is actually an old Bath & Body Works candle that I emptied out and used as a planner. So any 4-inch pots you can use in a Bath & Body Works candle, FYI. Then just here, I do have all my knits that I made this year. They're not usually here, but I'm planning a video and I just had them out. So I thought to keep them out and just tuck them away here. Over here, this was actually way messier. I was cleaning out under my bed because I am moving. And so does anyone ever have the issue of just having way too many shoe boxes because you're like, oh, I should keep this box? That's me. So I'm just figuring out what I want to do with them. There's a ton of other boxes in this closet back here that I'm not showing you. So it is currently, let me straighten you out. It is currently January 2nd, so I still have my Christmas decorations up. I think it's very cozy, and this is my living room. It has been where I film my podcast right there usually, or in my little chair over here, depending on where my light is. But I just love this living room. So let's take a look at everything that I have here. Okay, so this is my TV stand. I just have the classic IKEA, cube shelf. I actually got another one of these for our apartment. And I just have some books here. I like to go to the library, so I don't have that many physical books. That's not something I want to spend all my money on. Knitters, I feel like, you got to make sacrifices to buy all the yarn you want to buy. But these are just a quick look at my bookcase. I actually, fun fact, am a certified yoga teacher, but I never use my certification. But yeah, quick look over here. I have my Barbie Christmas tree. I repurposed one of my sweaters as the skirt. And this is my second year having all my Barbies here. They used to be at my mom's tree at home, and they make me really happy. Other note is that my plants have been in better shape. I don't know what happened with me and my plant care this year. I kind of fell off. I think I need to repot my Monstera. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is my little reading nook. This chair is actually very special to me because it was in my grandfather's bedroom. And I am just like, my parents kept hold on to it for a really long time. And I'm very glad to have it in my home. And I think it kind of mimics the shape of the couch I ended up getting to. So I really love that and this Target from pillow. What? This pillow from Target? It's just really fun. I like it. This is a really nice place to sit and read if I don't want to sit over here, which I spend a lot of time on this couch. So it's nice to have that option. I have this cute little bookshelf also from IKEA, lamp also from IKEA with my little stocking, and just some plants. This is what I want to make my next sweater out of. So this I got at Rhinebeck. And the sock that I never picked back up again after October. My little knitting bowl that was gifted to me by a friend. I love him. I think he's so cute. I always just keep him out for decoration. And then, yeah, these are just plants. They're doing okay. They're not great. These felted balls are from Trader Joe's. I keep these out all year round, but then I put the bookshelf ones away for Christmas as like a, I don't know, a festive thing. This is my little bar cart, which again did not get much use due to the long COVID. I keep some yarn down here, shoved some stuff into this corner, and this is actually a canvas I made in college. Back when, like, I don't know, this is definitely an American thing to make crafts and canvases. Is also very like sorority girl thing. Which I really bought into when I was in college. We could talk more about that and its pitfalls. But anyway, this was like on Pinterest and I thought this was so funny. And now I have it up here ironically because it's kind of silly, but I think it's really cute. And then this is like my favorite little corner are these two little paintings. So this first one is Strigonona at the bus stop, which first of all, I love Strigonona and I love taking the bus. So this is perfect for me. And a little cat in a window, which kind of looks like my window without the curtains. And I don't live by the Capitol, but my best friend got this for me as a housewarming gift. I bought this for myself. I'll link the Etsy seller in my description because come on, who doesn't want Strigonona? Who doesn't? So yeah, that is my little bar cart area. Over here is my couch. This is pretty self-explanatory. Not much to see here, but I do spend a lot of my time here. I keep all of my yarn in this ottoman, and I believe this is the Uppland couch from IKEA. Funny story about the ottoman though is that when I bought this couch, first I wanted the one that has like a chase lounge, but that wasn't in stock. It was back when back last year, things were still really hard to find. So I was able to find the couch cover in the couch, but not the cover for the ottoman. I could not find it at any IKEA. And I found a lady on Facebook Marketplace who had this listing up because IKEA had accidentally sent her like 12 light beige ottoman covers. And this woman was really nice and she shipped it to me because she was really far out in Virginia. And that was the story of how I got my ottoman cover. I was so excited when it finally came. Pillows, I believe these are Target Home Goods. That's an IKEA blanket that I like because it looks like I knitted it, but I didn't. Yeah. And then actually the pride and joy of this whole space is my grown-up tray table. So this is just something that you can slide under the couch because, oh my God, don't mind the Benadryl here. Yoinks. So this is something that you can just slide under the couch, and I use it to work, to eat. I don't, as you can see, have a kitchen table. I sometimes forget that I don't have one, but I use this basically for a desk, a table, everything in between. And it's from Amazon, and I love it, the style, and it served me really well. So there's the view. How nice. This is my bedroom and sleeping space. bedroom's kind of silly to say, but it's been really helpful for me to keep this separate from this, even though it's all in the same room. The carpets, I think having separate carpets has really helped me. And I really try to make sure that I'm not in my bed doing a lot of other things and kind of maintaining good sleep hygiene that way. I would really recommend that if you're living in a studio, to try to keep your spaces separate, and definitely don't try to like always be in your bed, because that's not good for you or for your sleep. So this is just my bed. I have this Barefoot Dreams blanket that my friend got me. Again, my friend who got me the print got me this. She's a great gift giver. I have a Brooklinen duvet, which I cannot recommend enough. I think it's very soft. And then just my trusty companion Boots, who I've had since I've been 2. So Boots, if you can do the math, is 24 years old. And I just have some big pillows from IKEA, and then some Georgia O'Keeffe prints from Etsy. I really love the colors, and this was my kind of time to get really girly with my room. I was never a big pink girl, and so being able to explore pink as an adult has been really fun for me. I have blankets, a humidifier, a fan. This is kind of ugly, but like you have to put things somewhere. And then this is just my nightstand. These are the Hems dresser and nightstand. I built both of them. Building this Hems dresser by myself was one of my crowning achievements of my 20s, and I'm still so proud of it, and I love it so much. And actually, these are pretty sturdy dressers, so if you need something sturdy from IKEA, I'd recommend this. Again, this is not sponsored by IKEA, but this is, I call it my boob lamp because these kind of look like boobs, but also from IKEA. And then this is kind of my catch-all jewelry, CBD, meds. This what used to be kind of like my headache basket. I would keep this in here, and then like a night mask for sleeping. It's now kind of become a catch-all, but this is like a microwave bean bag that would help with my tension. And then kind of just a mess here. This I've had since college because the mascot of my sorority was a giraffe. So I think that's kind of funny, but you know, again, not super like into the sorority, but I've mentioned it twice now. I want to qualify that. Last little guy on here is actually a pretty cool story. So this is, it's seen better days. I really need to take better care of it, but I believe this is called Swedish ivy, and it has been propagated through many, many people. So the story goes that there is a pot of Swedish ivy in the White House. I forget the origin of it, but once upon a time, I think a staff member took a clipping from it, and now people from all around DC will propagate this and give it to other people. The lore is that you have to name it after the person that gave it to you, or at least that was what my friend told me, my friend Julie. So this is Julie, and yeah, Julie has seen better days. So I'm hoping to take better care of my plants in 2022, but this is my Swedish ivy, allegedly from the White House. That's like the most DC thing about my apartment, for sure. So right off the bedroom is the kitchen. And I had a lot of reservations about this when I moved in. I was nervous about having like kitchen smells on my bed and my bed smelling like my kitchen, you know, whenever you cook. But it's honestly been fine. And the best thing about it is that my kitchen actually has a door. So I just close this at night, and then I kind of have this nice kind of closed off sleeping space. If I didn't have the door, I don't know if I'd love it, but I do love that this is here. So this is the kitchen. So I won't spend too much time in here. It's pretty basic, but just a few sentimental things that I would like to point out. The first is this print that my best friend Megan gave to me. We lived in the same apartment for a summer, and I remember going to a market and pointing out this local artist. Her name is Marcella Kirabel. She's like everywhere at local markets in DC, and I just remember seeing this little coffee print and loving it, and my friend remembered that and she gave it to me when she left. So I have this and I always think of her, and it's just, I would love to have way more prints of that, but of her prints in my kitchen, but I never really got around to filling this wall. I didn't really feel like it was necessary. The other thing I have is my great aunts. If you remember, I made an Afghan for my great aunt this year, and my cousin made this for me last Christmas, and it's a recipe with her gnocchi recipe. So she makes ricotta gnocchi, and her name's Aunt Fran. And here's a look if you want a gnocchi. So it's really funny. It's very like colloquial because this is just what she wrote, and the first thing is to take off your rings. And I think that's really funny. And my Aunt Fran was always wearing lots of rings. So that's there. I have a few more plants in here. I think my snake plant is doing the best out of all my plants. My peperonia, I think that's what it's called. My Chinese money plant has seen better days. And I'm doing that thing where you try to clean out candle holders by boiling water in them. So yeah, this isn't super exciting, but that's my kitchen and that's my bedroom. It's a pretty decent sized kitchen, I think, for a studio. So I have a little dishwasher here too, which is nice. Nothing too fancy, just the grossest toaster known to mankind. Everyone has to have a grody appliance, and this is just my fridge. So that is the end of my apartment tour. I don't think it took too long because at the end of the day, it really is just a room with a few alcoves. But I appreciate you being here. If you're new, I do regularly post knitting content and fiber art content if that is interesting to you. And I hope maybe if you live in a studio apartment or a small space, this has given you some fun storage ideas. One of which being just shove everything into a closet. That's my #1 storage tip. But thank you for being here, and I'll be back with regularly scheduled knitting content soon. Bye.